Welcome back to Soul Searcher. You've caught up with us as we head off to Cairns, Australia, deep into Croc country for the trip that almost didn't happen. What do I mean by that? Stay tuned. We're Bob and Dee. Join us on our 62-foot Iliad catamaran, Soul Searcher, as we travel through Australia and other places and share our adventures with you. You're in the right place for a lot of fun. Time to head back to Seoul. And this trip started out flawlessly, by which I mean we barely made it out of Tampa. We were heading back to Australia, to Cairns, deep into Croc country, baby. But before we could even think about crocodiles, we had to wrestle with the airline industry first. Yep. It all started at the check-in counter in Tampa. The agent squints at her screen like it's a Sudoku puzzle and says, "I'm sorry I can't find your reservation." What? Thankfully, I had my confirmation saved. I always screenshot my confirmations. And turns out this time it was a power move. It was Qantas that made the mistake, and a big one. But silver lining, I had proof, and they had to fix it. So we head home, take a deep breath, reshuffle a little bit, and 24 hours later, we're back at Tampa International. Only to find out this time, it's a big weather cell. It's turned the entire U.S. travel system into a hot mess of chaos and crushed dreams. Tampa to Dallas, late. Dallas to LA, also late. But hey, we made it to the gate in time. They're boarding. Yay! Only to be told, wait for it, we canceled your ticket. What? Yep, canceled us to make room for other late passengers who'd missed their flights. They blamed the computer. Classic move. And they pointed us to a line that looked like it ended in Narnia. We looked at that line and I booked us on Southwest instead. But American ended up rebooking us through their computer for the next morning. So we slept in the Dallas lounge. I think I got about an hour of rest out of that 12-hour layover. Luggage? Nope. Dignity? Nope. So on to LA for a brief 12-hour layover there. And in the end, 4 days after expected arrival, we finally arrived in Brisbane for a quick 9-hour layover there, and then on to Cairns. Hey, at least we're retired. If this had happened during a 1-week vacation, the entire trip would have been toast. And like the superheroes that they are, Art and Cindy had Soul Searcher ready to rock and roll. They had lined up some good pre-departure fun, which had to be shuffled, like expertly, with ninja-level planning. But they got it done, as always. No matter what, life is always better on the boat. First stop, Kuranda. We took the scenic train up through the rainforest. It's absolutely gorgeous, verdant, dramatic, full of waterfalls. It felt like something out of, Jurassic Park. at the end of the line, the town of Kuranda itself, with all its shops and butterflies. We were mesmerized by the butterflies. Next up, Hartley's Crocodile Adventures. Now listen, I'm not really a zoo person. I don't love seeing animals in captivity. The crocodiles themselves, they seemed in good condition, but I was honestly kind of surprised at how small the croc enclosures were. These places play a role in education and conservation, but yeah, it wasn't really my thing. All right, say something. Hear them? They sound like they're like hissing. There's nothing quite like a hot air balloon ride. Well, once you get past that pre-dawn arrival. But poor Bob, all those airports and that stress, that caught up with him. He came down with a sinus infection and spent the next couple days tucked into bed on the boat. Art, Cindy, and I really got to enjoy this beautiful hot air balloon ride. The next few days, we let Bob rest up and just kind of hung around Cairns for a while, seeing the sights, having dinner, and getting delicious, icy, frozen Coke Zeros. And then, before you know it, we were ready to be off on our trip up to Lizard Island. But that's the story for next video. On our next adventure, we're heading deep into Croc country, so come along and join us. If you're new here, do all those things that we appreciate so much. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share our videos. It really does help our channel. And we'll be seeing you up on the reef. In the meantime, keep searching.